All right, it's Thursday, April 23rd. Here's your after-hours market briefing. Let's get right into it.
Here's what we're covering: the close, sector action, earnings, headlines, and what's on deck for tomorrow.
The major indices hit new records today, but they couldn't hold on, fading into the close to end in the red.
But even with today's dip, you can see small caps and tech are still leading big time year to date.
You know, the real story today wasn't the indices. It was this huge split happening under the hood.
It was a classic risk-off day. Money poured into defensive sectors while growth names like tech got hit.
And get this, the split was wild even inside the tech sector itself, all thanks to individual earnings.
Yeah, earnings reports were basically driving all the biggest moves today, both the winners and the losers.
On the plus side, Texas Instruments absolutely soared on its report, pulling the whole chip sector up with it.
But on the flip side, ServiceNow got hammered, and that created a huge fallout across software stocks.
Tesla was another big story. They actually beat earnings estimates, but the stock still dropped nearly 4%.
Why? Investors latched onto this vague warning from Musk about a big jump in future spending.
And Lululemon dragged on the consumer space. The market was clearly not a fan of the new CEO pick.
Okay, let's talk geopolitics. The market really hit an air pocket this afternoon on some breaking news.
Some unconfirmed reports out of Iran caused a sharp drop right before they were debunked, a classic knee-jerk reaction.
Meanwhile, the economic data we got today, it actually painted a picture of a pretty resilient economy.
Jobless claims stayed low, and both manufacturing and services PMIs showed growth, an interesting contrast to the market's mood.
All right, let's move to after hours, because some big tech names just dropped their numbers.
Intel and a few others are surging on strong reports. Could be a good sign for tech tomorrow, maybe?
So, what's on deck for Friday? We've got one key piece of economic data to keep an eye on.
It's the consumer sentiment number, a big one for clues on consumer health, especially after today's action.
So, the big question heading into tomorrow is this: is this rotation into defensive stocks for real?